I don't even identify as a woman, and I'm more of a woman than you. It's okay to be scared. I am f***ing tired of TERFs making a mockery of real women. Oh, what? You were born with ovaries? You bleed every month? You have XX chromosomes? Yeah, that's cute. Tell me what other external factor that doesn't apply to all of you defines you. At the end of the day, you're out here thinking that trans women are making a mockery of you when it's the exact opposite. You are pretending that you know that you are a woman when the only people here who know that for sure are the ones who have put in the work to understand themselves. The trans women. You have put zero work into actually understanding yourself. You are only a woman because everybody else around you looked at these same external factors that you look at and said, seems like woman behavior to me. And you went, all right. The only person making a mockery of womanhood is you because you do not fully understand what makes you a woman. Stop harassing trans women. I don't even identify as a woman, and I'm more of a woman than you. It's okay to be scared of cishet men, but don't take it out on people who aren't even a fucking threat.
Let's break this down really quickly. A woman is an adult human female, period. That's it. XX chromosome, that is what a woman is, the adult of that. Science has already come up with the definition. And this person says the only thing that makes a person a woman is the external features that all share. Well, no, dear. If you felt as if you could be a woman without going to get the surgeries to get those external features, then you wouldn't need to go get the external features to mimic or pantomime your version or your idea of what woman is, and you wouldn't have to take the hormones. There is a biological definition for what a woman is. Now, people can say that gender and sex are two different things, but male, female, those are sexes. Science already defined it. The female of a species is the one with the larger, fewer sex cells. The male of the species is the one with the smaller, more abundant sex cells. That's how scientists can tell across any species which is the male or the female of that species. How do you tell which is a male or female seahorse, platypus, or male or female anything in nature? And the definition that science has given it, the female is the one with the larger, fewer sex cells, and the male is the one with the smaller, more abundant sex cells. That's it. That's it. And when it comes to human beings, the adult version of boy and girl is man and woman. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to participate in any type of behaviors. You don't have to look a certain way. Science took care of that definition for you. And I think that it's very strange, this whole phenomenon here, the videos like this and conversations like this, where people are calling people cis this and turf this, and it's a very masculine trait. This is what men do. Men do that. They do that in the gay community. They do that in the heterosexual community. Men do that type of stuff, giving all of these labels and having to have everything categorized and labeled, and Pookie and Ray Ray and HVM and cis het and turf, and calling people all of these different names, regardless of the fact of whether or not you consent to be called those things. I don't consent for anyone to call me cis nothing unless you black and you calling me cis, but not to call me no cis woman. I don't need nothing in front of woman. I'm a woman, period. Point blank, period. I'm a woman. You don't need to add anything else. If you choose to do whatever it is that you want to do to contort yourself and change all this and give qualifiers on what type of woman it is that you're saying that you are, then give the qualifiers for yourself. And people can say that I'm transphobic or this, that, and the other. You can say whatever it is that you want. I know what a phobia is. A phobia is an irrational fear. And people have come upon conjoining these names, conjoining these words, being very masculine in the encroaching of another person's space, and being like, to hell with you, I'm going to stand on this space and you better accept me. And we are being asked to feed into people's delusions, to feed into people's, however it is that they're making up their mind to be. And so it's like they don't understand how masculine and intrusive and how toxic masculine it is to mansplain and to manspread and to take up your space, her space, and everybody's space because now you're coming through. That is not a feminine trait. And they don't get how the very act of what it is that you are doing to proclaim that you are a woman proves that you are not. I understood from when we had that 8 hours of live shows talking about and speaking to people who are transgender, that each and every person who says that they're transgender is in some way dealing with some mental unwellness. People feel like that's an insult to say, but there's a mental unwellness into thinking that you were born in the wrong body. You can do what it is that you want to change on the outside, but we got people now wanting to change their birth certificate and trying to alter history and trying to pretend as if they weren't socialized. We talked about that documentary with the ways that boys and girls are socialized different. I saw this study once, had little boys and little girls inside of a room where strangers came to play with them. The little boys were dressed in girls' clothing. So these were infants. They couldn't talk yet. These were babies. The boys were dressed in girls' clothes and the girls were dressed in little boys' clothes. And the ways that people played with boys and girls was significantly different. The people who came in and they were playing with a child that they thought was a boy, they held up toys that they felt were more tactical, and they showing them how to dump the truck and teaching them how to do these different things, and they were teaching the boys, etc. And they were already gearing the boys for autonomy. The people who came in and played with the girls, they just sat there with fluffy little talk, fluffy little stuffed animals. Nobody tried to teach the girls dexterity and any of those things. They just wanted to bounce her around and treat her like she was so cute. And then at the end, they revealed.
If I were to tell you actually that Sophie is Edward, does that change anything?
I maybe thought, oh, this is a little girl, so I have to give her little girl things.
And when they saw themselves and were able to see their own internal unconscious bias, they realized that the ways that boys and girls are socialized by the elders is different. We teach boys to be autonomous. We teach boys to value their lives. We teach boys to go out there and seek freedom, to go out there and have value in their lives and to follow their dreams and their goals. We teach girls to live underneath a man. From infancy, even with the types of toys people buy, the way that they play with them, the way that they even speak to them is different between boy babies and girl babies. And you cannot say that you were not only steeped in the hormones and the brain of this gender, but then also socialized as this gender, and then come up one day and be like, well, now I know what it's like to be XYZ. How would you know? It's very tricky to talk about this trans issue because I know when I put this video up that I'm going to catch a lot of flack for it.
Be a part of the live show with thousands of other viewers. Go to TonyaTKO.com/text and join the text notification squad and get a text whenever I go live. Support the show and yourself, and I'll see you on the next live broadcast.